Hello, crypto, gaming, and NFT enthusiasts. Today I wanted to talk about a project that a lot of people might have forgotten about. It was a project that minted out quickly back in October of 2021, and it's now March of 2022, and the project, the game for the project is just about set to be released. So I wanted to let you in on this before all the hype gets going and the marketing gets rolling for the project so that you can get into the project before the mint price or before the floor price goes up extensively. Today, what we're talking about is the Evolving Forest. And the Evolving Forest is a bunch of these plants. You can see just the quality of the NFTs that were created. And I do want to let you know that this is not financial advice and that I am biased toward the project because I've been in the project since just after mint when I found out about the project. And I've been buying some of these saplings pretty much since October and have had them, a bunch of them staked since October, earning the in-game token, which is PSCI, which we'll get more into later. If you're excited about the Evolving Forest and finding out more about gaming NFTs, click that like button and subscribe and click that bell notification. We'll let you know every time we've got a new video out. So let's jump into the Evolving Forest and why I'm excited about it. This is a breeding game where you'll breed more plants, grow more plants, and fruit the plants that will then generate more of the Psyllium shards and more seeds that you can grow more plants with. The team is undoxed, but they've been working diligently since the mint of the game and been totally focused on the game development itself rather than hyping up the project, which I liked. Shortly after mint, they did hire Eric Lindstrom, who was the creative director of Tomb Raider, and he has more than 30 years experience in the game industry, including multiple AAA titles such as Tomb Raider Underworld, and he's been nominated for both BAFTA and the Writers Guild of American Awards, and was hired as a designer and writer on the project itself to help with the creation of this game. If we look at the plants themselves, we've got 9,336 sacred Genesis saplings. So what makes these Genesis plants unique is that A, they can never die. Other saplings that are created after will have a lifespan, but these original 9,336 sacred plants are going to live forever. And they will also get a tithe of the Psyllium, which is the in-game token that is used to breed plants and do other things within the game itself. So you're going to continue earning that Psyllium forever as long as the game is being played and as long as you own your Genesis saplings, whether you're playing the game or not. And that's one of the reasons that I've gone in and held a bunch of these. I also just love the art itself and think that longevity-wise, these Genesis saplings could have a value in the future, especially if the game does become a huge success in the future. And the project did mint for 0.12 ETH, so we are under the floor price, but just barely. We only have a few items up for sale, and the floor is 0.06 at the time that I'm making this, but you can see that only the first 4 jump the price right up to 0.1, and within 12 of them selling, or 13, we're right back up to what the floor price or what the mint price was for the project, and then it starts heading upward. From there, we have the people that are just trying to get their mint price out of it. So we have few sitting at 0.12, but then we jump right up to 0.15 and 0.2 and go up beyond from there. So if you're wanting to get in at a discounted price, if you haven't already, there's been lots of opportunity over the past few months. But I believe as soon as we see the marketing come out about the game that we're going to see the floor price rising, which is usually what happens whenever there's a big marketing push for either a new product or a new game coming out. And like I said, they haven't been doing anything to hype this in between to keep the floor price up. They've just been heads down creating the game, and when they're ready to release it, then there'll be a marketing push that comes out. That's why I wanted to get this video out, so you can find out about the game beforehand if you had forgotten about it or if you hadn't heard about it in the past. And you can check out Rarity at rarity.tools. They've had that up here for quite a while. If you're interested in looking at Rarity, the items, you're going to want to look at the trunk forms itself. Both ancient form and the coiled sprite are the rarest. The ancient form is got this curvature to it. And then if you go to my favorite is the coiled sprite that has this very coiled look to the trunk itself. And then if we look at bark, this one actually has the rarest bark as well. And we can look at that here as infused bark is that blue bark itself. Get rid of the trunk so we can just see the infused. And you can see that most of the very rare plants have that infused bark. So the game itself is, we've got this spreadsheet that was released where we've got the nursery, and then you're going to plant pots, water. You'll be caring for the plants, deciding what planter, what seedling, what sapling, whether they're maturing, and then eventually there'll be a grove, and there's been hints that there's actually going to be land for sale eventually with the game as it evolves. There's nothing been actually stated about when that might happen. I think that's a future plan for the game itself. But within the game itself right now, it's mostly about creating new plants and growing those plants. And then, like I said, you'll be able to sell other plants that you breed and fruit the plants and earn more PSCI to use those for other things within the game itself. So there are 3 guilds. This is the Crimson Guards area where they will start their plants for growth. We can see them here just starting their growth cycle, but you can see how detailed some of the artwork's going to be in the project itself. We've got other things that are starting out just to get an idea of some of the artwork that's going to be in the game. This hasn't, of course, been finalized. It's just the basic design for the Vakai, another the more scientific of the organizations that will be growing their plants using scientific methods. And here we can see the PSCI that they have feeding into their machine. And here we can see the basic navigation that's been created. The background will be filled in with the actual look of whatever guild you're in for creating. So you'll have all your plants here, the different products that you'll want to be able to use to breed your plants, and choosing the pots for your plant, the different resources, the crystals, critters, but those are going to be airdropped to people that have been staking since the first couple weeks of the project. So Psillion shards are the main token in the game, PSCI, and we can see if we add those with hydrogen crystals, we get infused water. We add those with fruit, we get fruiting serum. We add those with seeds, and we can get growth serum. And if we look at the breeding cycles itself, we can see that a seed with soil in the pot goes to the seedling. You can use infused water and growth serum, and you get a new sapling out of that. Saplings and alien critters pollinate so that your plant can fruit, and then from there you can add infused water and fruiting serum to completely fruit the plant, and from that you get the other items, which are Psillion shards, seeds, hydrogen crystals, and fruit from the plant itself. So the team has been really secretive about how the project is going to work, how the game is going to work itself. So it's going to be really interesting to see how that works, what strategies you use to get the best plants. If you have rarer plants, it should breed rarer plants that should be more valuable to other players in the game as well. So we have to wait until they release the game to see where things are going and exactly how you'll use your strategy in the game to grow your saplings and then be able to sell the new saplings on the open market. But I'm excited to see where it goes. This is the kind of game I'm more into rather than your battling games. And I just love the artwork for this game. And like I said, I've been following it since October when I found out about it just after mint. So I'm a long-term holder in the game. If you are a flipper as well, then this could be a good time to get into the project before the marketing is released and before the hype starts around the game itself that people have been waiting for about 6 months. But we can see with the floor and Rarity Tools hasn't updated quite yet, so they're still showing a 0.04 floor, which it was yesterday. So this could be a good time to get into the Evolving Forest if you haven't already. You can still pick up some of the Genesis saplings for under the price of the original mint. And the price is going to go above that relatively quickly, I believe, as soon as the marketing comes out. You can check out Rarity Tools and see what's available. We do have, something. Here's the number 412 for only 0.24 ETH. And part of the reason this is more valuable is because it has 2 symbiotes in it. These are the things that evidently help it to grow. And so if you've got 2 of those within the same plant, that's going to be much more valuable. Just something else to look for when you're checking out the plants that are available. And I love the idea that the Pavilion is going to be tithed on and that you will continue to earn as you just hold the plants, but you'll also be able to grow lots of other plants and sell them on the market. Hopefully it'll be marketed in a way that a bunch of people want to come into the game and continue playing it. I think it's got a lot of potential and can't wait to see where the Evolving Forest goes. So thank you for your time. If you found this interesting and you want to find out more about gaming NFTs and NFTs in general, then click that like button and click the subscribe button. And if you click the bell notification, we'll let you know every time we put a new video out, so you'll be first to find that information out. So happy gaming and NFT selling and buying. We'll see you in the next video.